Becky Lynch, not only in NXT, she is the new NXT Women's Champion as of Tuesday night, beating Tiffany Stratton, who won the belt back at Battleground. We were there for that in May and Lowell. This was a really good match. I think definitely Tiffany's best match to date. And the match she had with Lyra was also quite good, but this was definitely her best match yet. Becky winning, not much of a shocker. I don't know if they would have Tiffany go in there and beat one of WWE's biggest stars unless they wanted to just extend it out. But, they wanted the ratings. They didn't say this for the next pay-per-view because they don't care about the Peacock subscriptions. They wanted the rating for NXT. I don't know what the rating is as of right now, but I'm sure it was good. Becky's the new champion, winning the one title that always eluded her. She's not doing anything on Raw right now. Like I said earlier, I think she continues to pull double duty in the meantime as they wait for the Rhea Ripley rivalry, probably in time for Mania. Tiffany has someone credible to work with. Becky can work with some fresh competition in NXT. I feel like it's a win-win. You can't always be putting belts in main roster talent. We already have that with the North American title and Dominic, but I wouldn't go overkill quite yet, but I do think this was a good move, and I know you agree.
Yeah, I thought this was a good move, great match. Like I said, she's kind of, once she finished up with Trish, it's like, I said it before, like, who's she going to work with? There wasn't really any heels. No thanks to her and Nia, I'm all set. I mean, who's she going to face? Like, Shayna? Like, I'd kind of just be random. We've already seen that before, too. So, she also just had that little mini feud, I guess, with Trish and Zoe. So, yeah, and next to her, she beat Doudrop or Piper Niven. I mean, there really isn't much for her to do on Raw right now besides face Rhea. So if that's not the case, I think going down to NXT, like you said, had a great match with Stratton. She's definitely won me over since she's won the belt. I think she's had a lot of good matches. This was no different. And Becky kind of crossed that off the list. She finally won the NXT Women's Champion. Like, most of the people have already won it. I mean, her and Bianca, weren't as popular in NXT. They never won the belt before they went to the main roster, and obviously they're two of the biggest over. So I guess maybe we'll see Bianca in NXT within the next year as well, so she can fucking win the belt, because besides Becky, Bianca's the only one of, like, the main roster big women right now that has never won NXT Gold. So, I think we could see it. I'm glad Becky got the achievement. Kind of pay it back that she had a great career. She was good at NXT, just never was at that level with Charlotte and Bayley and Sasha at that time. But yeah, definitely as the years have gone on, she's definitely one of the top women to come out of the NXT developmental system. So definitely good to see her get a win. And like I said, I think it was also good for Stratton to get a big-time opponent. It seemed like she fit in well with Becky, and I think it's a good thing for her eventual main roster run, because it's not like she looked out of place with Becky at all.
No, not at all. I thought they had a great match. Definitely worth checking out. For Becky, the timing was just never right to become champion. I think she wasn't on the level of Sasha. She was close. She was always like the fourth outcast of that four horsewomen group. I think the closest she came to winning that title, as you would probably remember, the match with Sasha that she had. I think that not the first takeover. It was far from the first takeover. It was Unstoppable. That's what it was. Back in May of 2015, they had an excellent match. She was really over. That was kind of like her homecoming, so to speak, like her first coming out party, as people say, whatever, like her first real performance where people were like, wow, like she's great. And she couldn't win because they were waiting for Bayley to beat Sasha, not Becky. And she never won the championship. She got called up soon after. So cool to see it come full circle. NXT benefits, I think. The ratings will benefit. Tiffany will benefit working with someone of her stature. Maybe she gets the belt back from Becky at fucking No Mercy. This might be a short-lived thing, but it could keep Becky busy for the rest of the year, because that Rhea feud probably ain't coming until after the Rumble, and it's already only September. So that Nia feud might be inevitable, because Nia put her on the shelf 5 years ago. They never really did that feud. We might be getting that at some point. I hate to break it to you, but this is a nice pit stop in the meantime for Becky Lynch, and I'm a fan of the move. We'll see where they go with it from here.